Hey, Heather, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. So you just texted me and then called me. We had a really brief chat about something really amazing that happened, and I just thought it'd be really good for us to share with everyone else. And it's regarding Bold. So first of all, I want to know. I know you're currently in Bold right now, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow,
We are on our last
Wednesday,
week.
Wednesday's graduation. Yay!
Yeah.
And how's that been going for you so far this year in Bold? Like, how have you liked it?
It's been really good. I mean, I was definitely in an interesting place. This is the first time that I've had Bold since I went through a lot of different things in life. And it really helped me to get refocused and get back on it. And really, and being the Bold team captain definitely helps because everybody's relying on you and that accountability is there.
Yeah, yeah. So how many, then that's really great. So um just walk with me. Sorry. That came out of nowhere. So how what number of times have you taken Bold so far?
Oh, man. I think this is four now, if I remember correctly. I'd have to look at how many trophies are on that wall.
Okay. And how long have you been in the business?
So I've been in the business since 2020. I literally started the week before everything shut down. Good timing.
Yeah, really great time. I mean, it could have been perfect, right?
Yeah.
So you've actually taken Bold more times than you've actually been in the business since
Yeah.
we're in 2023, right?
Yep,
Okay, so you've taken Bold more than once in 1 year.
for sure. And
Yeah,
I will do that again this year.
you'll do that again this year. I love that. Our next bowl, I believe, is coming up in October, so it'll be perfect timing because what you do today reflects itself usually 90 days out.
Yep.
And I know that you took Bold last year, right?
Of course.
Of
Yes.
course. And one of the things that we do during Bold is there's one of the sessions where you get to write down and write a letter to your future self.
Yep.
And it's such a powerful, powerful moment that we all share, especially when you fast forward 12 months later, you get this letter in the mail. And so that's why I want to talk to you today about is you got a letter today. So why don't you walk me through that, how it kind of happened? Because most of us got our letter a couple weeks ago. And so you just randomly got yours today.
Yeah. So I put the office address on there and I haven't made it into the office to go and pick it up. And today I have a whole slew of things going on because I have to get ready to go out of town and I am at a model home today. So I'm not really available to go pick it up. And the person that I'm dating said, I'm going to be in Venice. Do you want me to go by the office and pick everything up? And I was like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Can you go grab my mail? Because there was something coming in for the camp that I'm presenting at. And he brought it back to me. And I don't usually go through my mail. I have an assistant. So she actually usually opens my mail. And I was like, let me just look and see what's through here.
So
And
pause on that for a second because I want to build up to that. You know me, we're going to be like just a build up to just so the impact of this letter. What do you have? Like, so let's talk about first, what was your business like a year ago and what were you doing then?
so a year ago, I was a solo agent, no admin, no TC, no anything, still doing all parts of my transaction. If I was lucky, my mom would, send off a newsletter for me or something or other that she wrote out cards or did something like that. But she definitely was not an assistant and didn't have any desire to be. So it was me handling every part of every process. And last year I did 28 transactions, which is a lot to do on your own, not having any assistance to handle any of those pieces.
Doubled your
Um,
business from the previous year in terms of
yeah,
units.
it's been crazy. So yep, it absolutely amazing and very exciting. And last year when I sat in Bold, I said, okay, I kind of usually struggle at this activity. When they sit down and say, "Where do you want to be in a year?" I'm like, I don't know, as great as I can be. That's not very specific.
Yeah.
And I think for the first time ever, I was very specific when I wrote this letter.
So then you
And
talked about your business. So then your business was you're at 28 units.
yep,
You were a solo agent at this time with help
yep,
from your mom every once in a while. And
yep.
then what was your personal life? Like where, so that's professionally. Where were you personally?
What do you have for a personal life? So at that point in time, I was getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and working until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. There may have been someone in my life who was not significant, but they were in my life, and whatever it was, what it was. Um, and I've spent a lot of time, and anyone who knows me knows how important being growth minded and working on myself and figuring out how do I be the person that can do everything that I want to do, who can be that. I need to be that person before I can actually achieve that success. So I
Yeah, it's that
really spend a
be,
lot of
do,
time with that.
achieve, right?
Yep.
That be, do, have that we talk about first being to be the person that
Yeah.
and do the activities to have the results of that, right?
Yep.
So so personally, you were struggling, you were kind of everywhere. You weren't in the relationship that you felt that you wanted to be. You were
Absolutely.
working all hours of the day, so you weren't really living that, my business is to fund my perfect life that we like to model and help
Hmm.
our agents in. So sounds like to me there was a lot of time management opportunity in your life professionally
Yeah.
and personally, and you also had some systems. You had a system in place, but that wasn't necessarily serving you the best. And
Right.
so you had some system opportunities, and it sounds like you had a person opportunity. So you were growing in the MRE models, right? So right now you're at that level one where you're just all you and you're feeling that struggle. And then Bold comes along and you signed up for Bold anyway.
Yep.
Awesome.
And I said,
And
you know
then,
what? It doesn't matter. I'm still going to do this because it's going to help me to grow into the person that I need to be.
okay. So now we know where you were, and tell us where you are now. So then you talked about you're going on a trip tomorrow. So what is a trip
Yep.
that you're going on?
So I am actually going to be flying out to Montana, and I will be speaking at their huge camp that they have with Keller Williams agents. And it's like a mini mega camp for them. It's called Montana Camp. I met them at Mega Camp. We walked out together with one of the gentlemen who actually runs it. And I said, "Hi, I'm the fishing girl. How are you?" And you can see me right there. Um, and I kind of laughed, and he was like, "Interesting." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "I just had a conversation. I mean, say it into the universe and it manifests, right?"
Right.
He said, "I just had a conversation 20 seconds ago about what would make our camp better. And someone said, I need you to find the agents that are building their business and making it stronger as a solo agent, because we hear from teams and their success all the time. We need the people walking the ladder. We need to see
Yeah.
what that can look like, because it's really hard to take this level where I'm at right now and think of how to get to here, because there's a lot of rungs of that ladder in between." And sure
Right.
enough, I popped out with all of my energy and went, and he was like, "I want to bring you into Mega Camp, to Montana Camp." And I went, "Wait, what?" So that's this week. I'm going to be presenting on stage at Montana Camp in front of hundreds of agents and just talking about marketing and talking about, believing in what you're doing and being able to get it out there and being authentic to yourself and what matters to you and all of those things. So I'm super excited about it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
then tell me about your business right now. So then you said that you were a solo agent. You're
Yep.
doing it all yourself. Are you still doing the back end of your business as well as the front? So are you still working in your business and on your business at the same time, or has that changed?
So I now have an absolute rock star assistant.
Okay.
Crystal is amazing. And for the record, I did actually hire out the person who was or the organization that was going to start the hiring process for me. It was
Right.
super important to me that I did not get whomever and that I wasn't going to jump the gun and just pop in. We followed the process. We did career visioning. We went through all of that to make sure that we had the right person. And I can tell you, she is absolutely incredible. And she does the back leg work to it. Today, we sent out all of our listings to everybody and did this, that, and the other thing. She does the advertising. She does so many different pieces, transaction management. She's on the phone to people. And I'm over here going, now when I call a client and I go, "How are you today? What's new?" I know what's going on with that, but I can focus on other things. And it's just
Get to
that much of a
dig deeper.
stronger relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. And where are you, speaking of relationships, where are you in your personal life right now?
I met someone who is 100% what I have been looking for. I mean,
Yeah.
we haven't even been dating that long. Our first date was 3 hours of, "Oh my gosh, I've met my person." I mean, like, the entire conversation, every piece of it, and I don't say that lightly because I've been on a few first dates in my life. But just, I mean, putting it out there, and he's growth minded, and, we have intelligent conversations when we are talking about, I mean, he sat there this morning and listened to the pivot call with me and was like, "I really like this." And I was like, "You can be up with me anytime and watch that." And it
That's
just,
awesome.
yeah, I mean, he sat there and was like, "This is really good. It's not just real estate." I was like,
Yeah.
"Nope. It's all about building the best version of yourself." And he's like, "Wow, so
That's
cool."
cool. So right now, your business is you're going through the MRAA when it comes to the models and systems, and you've added someone, you
Yep.
attended career visioning, and you really follow those steps. Your
Yeah.
business is growing. You're diving deeper into relationships with your clients and building your database
Yep.
while you have someone working on the other stuff in the back end. So you're really able to focus on your 20% now.
Yep.
And now one of those things is your business is funding your perfect life, which has given you the opportunity to be open to receive someone personal in your life that you can grow with. Is that what I'm hearing?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
100%.
okay. And so today you are getting ready. So you're at the model home, you're doing your work, and then you're having to get ready for this Montana trip where you get to speak and talk about you as a business owner, as a solo agent, how you're building that, being the fishing girl and doing all your networking and stuff like that. So you really don't have the time to come to the market center and see me. I'm kind of sad. Just kidding.
Love
You
you.
can do that another time. I love you too. And so you ask your significant other if he can come by and pick up the stuff. And then
He
you,
volunteered.
sorry,
He
okay,
volunteered. He said,
case in
"Honey, can
point.
I take this off your plate?" And I was like,
Yeah,
"Yes."
that's awesome. Awesome. We love people. We love it when you don't need to be voluntold and you just volunteer, right? So he
Yeah.
volunteered to pick up everything. And one of the things that he picked up when he gave it to you, now we're fast forward to present day, is this bold letter that you wrote a year ago that you
Yep.
haven't looked at, you haven't thought about, and you just decided you saw it and then you just started reading it, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So for all of us who are dying to hear what's in this bold letter, could you open up your bold letter and read it to us right now?
All right. So here's what
Okay.
it says. "Dearest Heather, 5/18/22. Today is the day you've decided to make it happen. In a year, you'll be happily building a personal life. You'll be in love, and he'll be someone you can't imagine living without. He'll be fun and love the adventure you live together. Your life will have vacations and purposeful time together. Professionally, you'll have a successful career with an admin assistant who supports you. You get to focus on lead generation and time with your sphere instead of the TC's job. You'll have a calendar of successful events, and you'll have awesome support and a plan. You'll be ready for whatever comes your way, and you'll have a plan to build a successful Northport sphere and community. You'll have a nonprofit started that focuses on teachers and the support of those who work so hard for our kiddos. Your nonprofit will provide monthly pick me ups as well as money to help our teachers and staff in need. You'll have it together. A balanced or counterbalanced life is what you'll have. Together, your loved ones, friends, family, and business support and contacts will know their value and your love for them. Make it happen because you're amazing and I believe in you."
Wow. Wow. I mean, just pause.
Yeah.
So how did you feel when you read that?
I had tears streaming down my face. Brian was crying, Crystal was crying, and we were all like, "You're there." Like, I imagined it. I mean, I've always, it's never been an easy activity for me to say this is where I'm going to be in a year. And I've been through a lot of crazy things this year. And yet, if I had gotten this letter 2 weeks earlier when most people got their letter, I wouldn't have been in this place. If I had gotten it a month from now, I wouldn't be in this place. But to get this letter right now is just amazing.
All that growth in 1 year. You know, it's said that we underestimate what we can do in a year, right? And hear you leaned in and took Bold. And Bold has all these different exercises, not only in your professional development, but also in your personal development, and weaving into one because it it both affects the other, right?
Yep.
And especially when you're in real estate, we know how that is. And to make it purposeful instead of reactionary, right? Instead of entrepreneurial, you went from E to P this past year and really focused on the activities for
Yep.
you to grow. And then you forgot about this letter and then you read about it and it just reconfirmed everything for you and what's been
Yeah.
going on past 12. And I hear that you said 518. It's not even 518 yet.
I
I mean,
know.
it's 515, right?
Yeah.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Did you write? So out of curiosity, you don't need to tell us, but did you write a letter for next year? All minds want to know.
I will be writing a letter for next year. I haven't done that yet for Bold. I'm actually going to write it on the plane to Montana because I think that will be a serendipitous moment to do that.
Okay.
I did write a response letter to myself
Oh, you wrote a
because in
response
my,
letter.
I did.
So
Would
what
you
do you
like
mean
for me
by
to
a
read it?
response letter?
So in my future, I see myself being a coach,
What type
and
of
I
coach?
most likely a Bold coach. I love the energy in the room and being able to bring it for that short spurt, but not having the constant. I mean, it's 7 weeks of wow, let's go, let's hype. I mean, clearly I've got the hype piece down.
Yeah,
And I love the connection of being in person with people. And
yeah,
I love to travel. So, I mean, I feel like that's a great combination. I'm like, I got this.
yeah,
So,
absolutely. I love that.
I think that being able to share this letter will be huge.
Yeah,
And that is part of the reason Brian actually said to me, you need to harness what you feel right now and write a letter in response.
that's
Save
awesome.
this moment so that you have it.
Thank you. So what I'm going to say is I would love to dive deeper with you on your response letter. And I would like to kind of do it when you come back from your Montana trip because we all kind of want to know how that goes. So we're
Okay.
going to do a soap opera moment and say this is to be continued. And again, no, seriously though, thank you for sharing because so many times we hear like, I don't have time for Bold, right? Bold is too expensive. Bold is, I have a lot going on. And we're always having to fight those objections. And I just love hearing the success stories of what can happen when you lean in and you just get purposeful and you just kind of like allow the room to guide you and where you truly want to go and who you want to be, right?
Bold is really what gave me the clarity to see what I needed to implement and where I wanted to be in a year.
Yeah,
Because we have this grandiose plan, but it really gave me the ability to say, realistically, in my perfect world, what would it look like and what do I need to be able to do that?
absolutely. I
Yeah.
love that. Love it so much. Well, thank you for sharing again.
Thank
Have a
you.
really great I was going to say vacation. I mean, it is Montana.
Now I got an extra day. It's going to be
So,
cold.
you're going to have some nice weather. You're going to miss the sunny Florida, but that's okay. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
And hey, be bold.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Well,
thank you. Thank you.
yeah, thank you. And we'll talk soon. All right.
Absolutely. I loved it.
All
Thanks.
right. Bye.